呪術廻戦
All right, this is it. Chapter 136 of Jujutsu Kaisen Shibuya Jihen Part 53, the Shibuya Incident. Part 53, this is theoretically the final part of this incident. The next chapter will be not titled Shibuya Jihen Part 54. This is it. Sadly, this means that this chapter will be blah, 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 blah. So get ready for like an hour-long chapter. Here we go. Obote kana? Remembering, I wonder? Do you remember, I wonder? Sekai kara jure o nakasu hoho. From the world, cursed spirits, method for making nothing or making vanish. So do you remember, I wonder, the method for making cursed spirits disappear from the world? Donna shudan o toru ni shiro, jinrui o hitotsu ue no dankai e to susumeru koto ni naru. Whatever the method of like choosing or taking, humanity one step above level to that preceding advancing event it becomes. So putting those together again, like no matter what the method you choose or the method that you take, doing and taking a method or whatever, no matter what you choose, humanity, it becomes the event that of advancing to the next level, advancing a level one above humanity. So you make advance humanity one level above, no matter the method that you choose for getting rid of cursed spirits. Okay. Sate, raru ga ugoku jikan o kaseganai to ne. So she's saying this, but she's thinking, well then, raru, moving time, if don't buy, ... So she's saying, I gotta buy time for raru. Gotta buy time for raru, which is a person. I don't really remember. Buy time for moving. Jinrui no... It's mirai, future, but it's next stage. Okay, next stage. Jinrui no next stage sore wa. So again, this is the kanji for future, but next stage. As for that thing, the future, the next stage of humanity, ... Juryoku kara no dakkyaku da yo. Dakkyaku is to like escape. Yeah, freeing oneself from cursed energy. So from cursed energy, freeing, so that she's saying that is the next stage of humanity, to free ourselves or free humanity from cursed energy. Chigao, juryoku no saiteki ka da. So no, it's different. It's the cursed strength's most enemy change. Saiteki? Oh, most appropriate. Optimization. So they're disagreeing. He's saying it's different. The next stage of humanity, it is, again, the optimization of cursed energy. Iya, ore ni wa dochira mo sappari. Well, as for to me, whichever one it is, sappari. Sappari implies sappari wa karanai, which means I have no clue. So she's basically saying, well, for me, I have no idea either way. Meanwhile, there's Itadori, and he is thinking, Dare? Who? Like who? Who is this? So again, sappari. Yeah, sappari wa karanai is what she's implying there. I have no clue. Sono plan wa 12年前、善人当時が死んだ時点で捨てたと思っていたよ。Okay. So as for, he says that sono, as for that plan, notice though the kanji is dakyaku, which was the escape, freeing oneself of. As for that plan, meaning of ridding oneself of cursed energy, 12 years ago, at the point of death of Toji Zenin, threw away was thinking. So Geto here is saying, I was thinking you threw away that plan of escape from cursed energy 12 years ago when Zenin Toji died. Geto kun ni hanashi kaketaんだけどね。まあいいか。初心に帰ったのさ。Okay, so to Geto-kun talking, but you know, well, whatever. Shoshin, to the first heart. Original intention. Yeah, to original intentions returned. It's returning to original intentions. So her comment here is about, remember that this is, what's his name? It's one of the Kamo family inside Geto's body. So she's saying, I was talking to Geto, like not the Kamo guy. But whatever, okay. So again, returned to first original intentions. それに、そっちのプランには大きな穴がある. And what's more, as for to that plan, a big hole exists. So in any case, there's a big hole in that plan. And she says, Sochino, she's referring to his response, which was Saiteka, which was that optimization. So as for to the optimization plan, there's a big hole. So they're referring to each other's plans as Sono and Sochi, but Sochino. So she's saying there's a big hole, a big gap, a problem in the Saitetekika plan. 海外では日本に比べて呪術師や呪霊の発生が極端に少ない. Okay, so as for with overseas, as for with across the ocean, compared to Japan, sorcerers and cursed spirit outbreaks, or the appearance, the presence of them, the prevalence of them, is extremely fewer. Oh, hase. The hase means like outbreak, but it also means occurrence. So I think we'll go with occurrence there. All right, so here we go. Okay, we were looking up hase, and hase does mean outbreak, but it also means occurrence here. So again, the comment here is being made that overseas, in comparison with Japan, the occurrence of cursed spirits and sorcerers and things like that is extremely small, extremely fewer. So that, meaning there's a lot more in Japan. And we're getting a snapshot of like one of the characters whom we met a long time ago that appeared to be from like a different country. 最適化プランには天元の結界が必要不可欠なはずだ. Okay, so as for to the optimization plan, Tengen's barrier, Tengen, go watch all the old chapters. Tengen's magical barrier, necessity Fukaketsu. It's an unlosable ought to be. Fukaketsu? Yeah, indispensable. It's a double negative. Kaketsu means, well, is it kaketsu? No, it's fuka. Yeah, okay, well, anyway. Fukaketsu na hazuda. It's again, as for to the optimization plan, Tengen's magical barrier ought to be necessary and indispensable. 天元の利用するということは、呪力が最適化され、術師となるのは、この国の人間限定。As for the event called using Tengen, as for the event called doing the use of Tengen, cursed energy, optimization being done, sorcerers with that, as for becoming, this country's humans, it's limited. Okay, so she's saying it's limited to the humans of this country. Limited to only the humans of this country, but limited to the humans of this country. As for becoming sorcerers that, I guess, being optimized with cursed energy, the event of making use of Tengen's barrier. Yeah. Again, it's only the humans of this country. As for becoming sorcerers and cursed energy being optimized for the event called making use of Tengen. Okay, interesting. 重力というエネルギーをほぼ日本が独占することになる。Hobo there, that's approximately? Yeah. So approximately, the energy called cursed energy is approximately Japan doing the event of this it becomes. And Dokusen is sort of like sole ownership or sole use. Yeah, monopoly. So again, it becomes the event of Japan having a monopoly, doing a monopoly roughly on the energy that's called cursed energy. 他の国はもちろん中東諸国が黙っちゃいない。As for why ka? Kanokuni? Is this an expression? That country. As for that country, mochiron, of course, and the Middle East shokun, like nations, a collection of shokoku, not shokun. Yeah, and as for various countries in the Middle East, not being quiet. So just to make it absolutely clear what she means by kano kuni, which means, again, a certain country, that country, they're highlighted so that we can see it. Again, of course, that and the various countries of the Middle East will not be silent. 生身の人間がエネルギー源なんだ。Flesh and blood humans, or the humans of flesh and blood, are the source of energy. Flesh and blood humans are the source of energy. And エネルギー源。どんな不幸が生まれるかは想像に安いだろう。What sort of unluck, misfortune? As for it being born, to the imagination, it's easy, right? So it's easy to imagine the whatever misfortune that would be born from that, I guess, right? With human flesh and blood humans being the energy source. それは私が描く理想とはかけ離れた世界だ。As for that, me As for the dream that I'm drawing, I guess. Gaku riso. No, gaku. Yeah, this is like, as for with the image that I'm drawing, the ideal, the dream. So as for with the ideal or the dream, it's a different world. It's a very different world from the image that I'm drawing. So all this was supposed to be her explaining the downstream impacts of Geto's plan of the optimization. And she's saying, that's not what I want. Sore ga nanda. So he laughs and says, that is what? Meaning like, who cares? What of it? Somosomo mokuteki ga chigaun da. Originally from the start, objectives are different. Watashi wa jurei no inai sekai mo bokka teki na heiwa mo nozonjai nai. As for me, cursed spirit not existing world, even that or also that, and even or also a piece that is idyllic. We saw that earlier, I think, right? Bokkateki. Oh no, we saw that in Nichijo, but it is Bokkateki is idyllic, dreamlike, not dreaming for, or dream it isn't. So as for me, I'm not dreaming for a peaceful, idyllic world or a world without cursed spirits. Hijutsushi, non-sorcerers, jutsushi, sorcerers, jurei, cursed spirits. Korera wa subete kanosei nanda. As for those things, or as for these things, all of them are possibilities. Kanosei.
Hello there.
Whoa. After all that. Okay, those are our works in progress. Go away. Ningen toyu juryoku no katachi no ne. It's the shape of cursed energy that's called humans. Yeah. These things are all possibilities. He's calling it the shape or the form of cursed energy that's called humans. Daga, mada, however, still, konna mono de wa nai hazu da. This sort of a thing, as for it not being, ought to be. Konna mono de wa nai hazu da. Ningen, okay. And he's saying this sort of a thing, he's referring to ningen no kanosei wa. As for the possibility of humanity, or the possibility of humans. So still, as for the possibility of humans, there ought to be more than this. Konna mono de wa nai. It's not just this sort of a thing, like the current possibility of humans. Sore o mizu kara umidaso tomoshita. That thing, on one's own, trying to give birth to, did. So I tried to give birth to that myself. Umidaso. Yeah, tried to create it, produce it, bring forth. We get an image of Chosen there, frozen. Daga, however, sore de wa dame nanda. However, as for that, or as for with that, it was wasted. It was no good. It was no good. Watashi kara umareru mono wa, as for the thing born from me, watashi no kanosei no iki o de nai, my possibilities domain not coming out. As for the thing being born from me, my possibilities domain not coming, it's not coming out of my own domain, the domain of my possibilities. Kotae wa itsu datte. As for the response, as for the reply, the answer, it's always Konton no naka de kuroku kagayaiteru mono da. Oh, this is like a thing that is black and shining in like the darkness or the chaos. Konton? Yeah. In the middle of chaos, the thing that is shining black. Kuroku. What would black shining mean? Kuroku. Dark. Shining darkly. The thing shining darkly in the middle of chaos. That is always the answer. Wakaru kai? Understanding? Do you get it? Watashi ga tsukuru beki wa watashi no te kara hanereta konton datta n da. Understand, me, as for the thing ought to make, as for the thing that I ought to be making, from my hands, released chaos it was. It must be that. So like I basically saying the thing that I need to be making or that I should have been making is chaos from my hands. Azuzu. Well, there's the Uzumaki again. Sudeni, already too late. Jutsushiki no chushitsu wa sumasete aru. Already too late. As for the chushitsu of techniques, chushutsu, sorry. Extraction of techniques. Sumasete aru. It's already been finished. Already too late, I guess, finished the extraction of techniques. And we get an image of Uzumaki where we got an explanation about what that was before. Okay, she's shocked or surprised. Mahito to kaiu jurei ga iru daro? Turns to Itadori and says, a cursed spirit called Mahito or something exists, right? So there's a Mahito called, cursed spirit called Mahito or something like that, right? Tamashi ni kanshou dekiru jutsu shiki o motta yatsu. To the soul, kanshou dekiru, the ability to kanshou, to interfere, curse a technique holding guy. A person, a guy that holds the technique possible that can do manipulation, interference, intervention of the soul. Saki aitsu ga torikonda kero. Majinga. So, Itadori says, earlier that guy, meaning Geto, absorbed him, took him in. And her response is, are you serious? Majinga. All right. And, in fact, he is now using Mui Tenpen. He is using Mahito's ability. Mui, the idol transformation. Zwam. Okay. Crazy stuff happening. Tengen no Kekkai? Janai. Tengen's magical barrier, it isn't. Korewa, as for this thing, Jutsushiki no Enkaku Hatsudo, it's like a faraway activation of a technique. Enkaku? Distant remote activation of a technique? Okay, so initially she's asking, like, she's saying, is it Tengen's barrier? No, it isn't. As for this thing, it's, but she's still like, is this what it is? Rei-yo yo, Itadori Yuji. Thanks will say, Itadori Yuji. So I should thank you. Or I will say thanks, Itadori Yuji. Jurei soujutsu de 取り込んだ呪霊の術式の制度は、 取り込んだ時点でその成長を止める. Okay, so with cursed spirit manipulation, or through it, as for the seido, like the quality? No, as for the precision or the accuracy. As for the precision or the accuracy of the technique of the cursed spirit absorbed through manipulation, cursed spirit manipulation, that's his ability. It was at the point of being absorbed, at the point in time of being absorbed, that growth will stop. It stops that growth at the time of being absorbed. Okay. 君との戦いでマヒトは成長した. As for Mahito, who did fighting with you, he did seicho, he did growth. 本当は情報も欲しかったけど、まあ仕方ないね. As for the truth, Jogo also wanted, but, well, I had no choice. There was nothing I could do about it. Oh, okay. So he was ultimately planning on absorbing both of them. So like he's saying here, I wanted Jogo too, but there was nothing I could do it. Nani o shita? What did you do? What did? Did what? Markingu zumi no 2種類の非術師に遠隔で無点ペンを施した。施。To give time. To do or to perform. To conduct. To apply. That's probably what we want. Okay, so and zumi as a suffix, like being finished, arranged, taken care of, completed. Okay, so like arranged markings to non-sorcerers of two types. To non-sorcerers of two types with arranged markings through remote did application of Mui Tenpen, idle transformation. Oh, okay. So he's basically saying he did the idle transformation, i.e. making transformed humans remotely on two types of non-sorcerers that were already marked or something like that. Marked ahead of time. Oh. Okay. Who is this? Is this just someone in a hospital? Oh. Oh no. Fushiguro. This is Tsukimi. This is Fushiguro's sister. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's that symbol. Itadori Yuji no you ni jubutsu o torikomaseta mono. In the manner of Itadori Yuji, cursed objects, people that made absorb. Oh. Okay, so people that made absorb cursed objects like Itadori Yuji. So those are the people that he pre-marked. Oh boy. Okay, so there's, what's his name, Junpei? Yosh no Junpei, yeah. Yosh no Junpei no you ni jutsushiki o shoji shiteru ga no o design ga hijutsushi no mono. Okay, and in the manner of Junpei, people, non-sorcerer people. Okay, so there are two types of non-sorcerers. although he didn't say the first type. People, non-sorcerer people, that the brain design was doing shoji? Doing possession? Okay, the brain design is doing possession of techniques in the manner of Junpei. So it's been a while, but Junpei had like some amount of ability or knowledge of it, but wasn't actively a sorcerer or something like that. So he's saying again, this is like in the manner of Junpei, techniques, I guess, doing possessing techniques, curse techniques. The design of the brain being a non-sorcerer. Okay, so that's one type of person, I guess. Oh, those are the two types. People had eaten cursed objects and people that had this brain design like Junpei. それぞれの脳を術師をの形に整えたんだ。Did the arranging to the shape of sorcerers of the brains of each one. Okay, so he's saying, like, he put in order, he arranged into the form or the shape of sorcery the brains of each one of these two types. Okay? 前者は器としての強度を、後者は術式を発揮する所要を手に入れた。So, as for the Zensha, as for the former, the people that eaten cursed objects, the strength of a vessel, or the strength as a vessel, and as for the kolsha, as for the latter, the people that had the brain design, doing hakki, brandishing. Doing exhibition, show display of techniques, I guess. Obtained shio, the use of? Obtained application. So the two things, I guess, again, teni ireta, that's just to obtain. Teni ireta, to obtain or to procure. So as, I guess, like, as for the former, they obtained strength as vessels, and as for the latter, these people, like Junpei, they obtained application of doing, I guess, like the demonstration of techniques. So they became able to use techniques. Soste, and so, you got this thing, and he's pulling the two ends, and it's breaking this seal or whatever this is. And he throws it away. Ima, now, Hira, that's him tossing that. Sono Juputsu tachi no fuin o toita. Okay, and so now that those cursed people, or those cursed item people's seal dissolved. So he's saying he just deactivated, dissolved the seal of those cursed item people. No, not people, cursed items. So just now did dissolving of the seal of the cursed items. マーキングの際、私の重力に当てられて寝たきりになった者もいたが、 Okay. On the occasion of the marking by my cursed energy. So at the time of the marking with my cursed energy, aterarete. Aterarete. Oh, to be afflicted with. Netakiri. Like they're being affected with sleep. Being confined to bed. It became thing also. Okay, so there are also people that exist that have become bedridden and being affected by my cursed energy at the time of marking. Jiki ni soon me samasu daro. Soon will awaken, I think, probably. Or soon they should awaken. Karera ni wa korekara. As for to them, from here on, juryoku e no rikai o fukameru tame koroshiai o shite morao. As for to them, from here on, for the purposes of deepening knowledge about cursed energy, will receive doing killing to death. Koroshiai o shite morao. Yeah, killing to death will do receive. So it basically, I'm going to have them kill each other for the purposes of deepening my understanding of cursed energy. Watashi ga, we're setting up the next stage, right? Watashi ga gensen shita ko ya juputsu tachi da. I'm the one that did gensen, which is like strict choosing. Careful selection. I'm the one that did careful selection of the kids and the cursed objects. Okay. So basically, he's just created a bunch of other strong sorcerers. And they're going to have a sorcerer battle, i.e. a kaisen. It's not a kaisen. We talked about kai before. Okay. Sennin no itadori yuji ga. Wait, what is sennin here? Oh, thousands of itadoris. Akui o motte hanatareta to demo omotte kure. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome. Yeah, like thousands of itadori yujis holding like evil intent. Do the favor of thinking hanatareta to demo. Let me double check on that. Hanatareta. Being released. Or something like that. Okay. So do the favor of thinking about like being released. Well, what's the best way to attack this? Thousands of Itadori Yujis having evil intent, being released or something like that. Do the favor of thinking of it. So like basically think about it that way. It's like having released thousands of Itadori Yujis with, again, Akui. I guess sending just does mean thousands of people. Did he mark that many people? I guess we'll find out. Sennin ka, 1,000 people. Hikaeme dana. That is hikaeme. That's moderate. That's moderate, reserved, meaning not a lot. Sore ni ningen no risei o name sugida. And what's more, the risei of humans, it's too name. This nameru can mean to underestimate. So doing too much an underestimation of the risei, the reason or rationale, the sense of humans. Chikara o ate ta dake de hitobito ga koroshiai o hajimeru to demo. strength, through just receiving strength, people killing each other will begin, or something like that. And the toll there is like, is that what you're thinking? So are you thinking something like people are going to begin to kill each other just because they got strength, they got power? Monogoto ni wa junjou ga aru no sa. As for to objects and events, an order exists. Monogoto is just everything, right? Monogoto. Yeah. As for to things, as for to everything, an order exists. Order as in like a sequence. その程度の仕込みを私が怠るわけないだろう. That extent of work? 仕込み. That extent of preparation, me, 怠る. Being negligent of it, reason not existing, right? So there's no way that I would be negligent to that extent. 質問が軽くなってきているよ. The questions are coming to be light. The questions are getting light, aren't they? Meaning like not a lot of substance. Is that mukatsuku kara minna de aitsu bokoro? Mukakutsu kara, because it's mukakutsu. Mukaku maybe? No? Mukatsuku. Why mukatsuku? Oh, to feel sick, to feel angry. Because I'm getting angry, I'm getting pissed off. With everyone, that guy, let's rip him to pieces. いや、今動けないんだけど. Well, right now can't move, but Pasha. Okay, suddenly he can. Zappa. Dosa. Is that the ice person dropping? Dosa is usually like thud. Yeah. Huh. She's suddenly out of breath. Something happened with her magic or something. Doshita ura ume. What happened? What's wrong, ura ume? Hanten jutsu shiki de nikutai wa saisei saseta. Kore wa. Okay. With a reversed technique, as for the flesh, regeneration was done. As for this, with reverse technique, as for the flesh, revival, regeneration was done. As for this, dokuka, poison? With a reverse technique, as for the flesh, regenerated, was made to be done. As for this, poison? Okay, I don't know. Maybe we'll get an explanation here. Senketsu de ore no chi ga majita nda. Okay, with the piercing blood, my blood was mixed. Tolzenda. It's natural. It's obvious. It's, of course, that it's poison. Matte, Urai-chan no engo ga nai? Oh, Mai-chan. Not Ura-chan. Mai-chan no engo ga nai. So wait, Mai-chan's blank does not exist. This is like aid and help. Covering, protection, backing, relief. Okay, so there's no backing, protecting, aid, relief from Mai-chan. So wait. Hachi ni mo mada nakama ga iru no kamo. Also in that direction, still friends, allies existing, maybe? Okay. Aoi to Ju no ko, ato Sutsu no ko wa watashi no nakama ga hogo shiteru yo. Okay, so Aoi, which is Todo, Aoi and the gun kid, which is Mai, the gun girl, and the suit kid, which is what's his name? As for those three people, my friend is doing protecting. Kiki. Okay, so suddenly we see this thing. Bachigai dakara ne. Bachigai. It's the wrong place. Different place. Yeah, it's out of place because it's out of place, you know? It's sticking out like a sore thumb. Suzunoko. Ugokeru ka? Able to move? Ah, yep. So there's Panda and Kamo. Watashi wa tayo no chousei dekiru mondai nai. So yeah, as for me, body temperature able to do chousei, which is like regulate, control. Yeah, adjust, regulate. Problem not existing, so no problem. Ore wa mou ii ya. And what's his name is just thinking, as for me, it's already good. Like, I've had enough. Mada haneshi no tochu da yo. Still stories in the middle it is. So we're still talking. Yo. And that's just to let them know, like, hey. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, thank God. 4 pages left. Watashi ga kubata jubutsu wa 1000年前から私がコツコツ契約した術師たちの慣れの果てだ。Okay. Me, as for the cursed objects that did, I guess that's distributing. Kubaru is to distribute. Yeah. So as for the cursed objects that I distributed, delivered, me from 1,000 years ago, kotsu kotsu, unflaggingly, steadying, like tirelessly, did contracting sorcerers nare no hate? It's the mere shadow of. It's, why does he say nare no hate? Okay. So again, as for the cursed objects that I distributed, it's the mere shadow of one's former self, of the sorcerers that I did. Oh, okay. The cursed objects that I distributed are mere shadows of the sorcerers that I did contracts tirelessly with 1,000 years ago. However, だが、私と契約を交わしたのは術師だけじゃない。So, however, as for the ones that, whatever, a contract with me, sorcerers, just sorcerers not. So it wasn't just sorcerers that I did whatever contracting with. Awasu? To exchange contracts with. Okay. Yeah, so it wasn't just with sorcerers that I exchanged contracts with. Ma, Sochi no keiyaku wa? Well then, as for those contracts, この肉体を手にしたときに破棄したけどね. Those contracts, it did destruction at the time of getting this flesh and blood body. Haki. Tearing up, discarding. Yeah. So he's saying, I did tearing up of those contracts at the time of obtaining this body. Masaka. It can't be. これが, this thing is これからの世界だよ. This thing is the world from here on. Like from here on now's world. That's what this is. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. And we get a... And there's like an eruption of some sort going. It's kind of hard to tell. I see like a mouth there. Lots of spirits ripping out here. There's Geto. They're sort of like erupting out of his back. Oh, okay. And then we get this. So we get a panel across the top, and then we'll make our way down here. So everyone is kind of facing down now, what are presumably some very strong spirits. Pretty crazy looking stuff. Ooh. Nice, very nice. Okay. Well, let's see what we've got here. Johnny, well, Itarori Yuji. So he holds out that cube. Gokumonkyo, the hell domain. Or the hell, whatever it's called, boundary helm. Or hell boundary thing. Gojo sensei! Sensei Gojo! Kimi ni wa kitai shiteru yo. As for to you, hope doing. As for to you, this is like, as for to you, I'm doing hope. I have hopes in you. Kiiteru kai? Sukuna? Are you listening? Can you hear Sukuna? Hajimaru yo. It's beginning. Will begin. It is beginning, Futatabi, a second time. Jujutsu Zensei Heian no Yoga. So it's beginning a second time. The world of Heian, of sorcery Zensei. Zensei here is peerless, unequaled. So this is peerless sorcery, world of Heian, the second time. Heian is an era of like an emperor, so what? Yeah, so the Heian era, this could have two meanings. This could mean this period, like literally, like the world of Heian, meaning like the world that it was in the 800 to 1200. Or it could just mean a more metaphorical, a world of peace and tranquility. That doesn't seem right, though. I don't think you talk about unparalleled sorcery and a world of peace and tranquility. And I don't think Geto would be saying a world of peace and tranquility. We have had some suggestion that sorcery was perfected or first whatever, right, in the Heian era. Is that it? Or at least a long time ago. So this is probably actually what he's talking about, is that period. So he's saying, again, it beginning a second time, the world of the Heian of unmatched, unequaled sorcery. Okay, thank goodness. That is the end. There we go. That's it. We're just getting art now at the end of the chapter. That's it. We made it through Shibuya Jihen. Apparently now it's sort of like what do you call it? Budokai. Tenkaichi Budokai. Dragon Ball, right? They're all going to fight each other. Oh, look who it is. We haven't seen this guy in a while. Okay. Well, we'll see if we see more of this guy next time with chapter 137.